I hope you're doing well. I am doing an art challenge. So as you can see, this is not my typical pouring video. I'm starting with an 18 by 24 canvas that's black, and it's got some areas that are down to the canvas that were pulled off with the resin. There is a hole, total hole right there in the canvas. And I'm doing an art challenge in my group that I'm a part of. Well, it's kind of open to everybody, the Thriving Christian Artist group, and then it's my Created to Thrive mentoring group that I'm a part of, that Matt Tommy is my mentor. And the first day challenge of a 7-day art challenge is to do your representation of Isaiah 61:3, which says, to give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. So, I want to do, and it really didn't even have anything to do with the mentioning of the trees in the verse, but I had, when something you would typically throw out or possibly not use because it's got some flaws. So I cut some canvases off of their frames. This was one that I did several years ago, and it just there was never anything really special to me about it. But I liked portions of it. And like this thing that the tree shape was a whole canvas that I had painted. This was probably one of my first big pours in 2017, so almost 3 years ago. And I had painted it and varnished it, and it's sat for sale and for almost 3 years. And I thought, well, I'm going to take some canvases that I just don't think are going to sell, but I have just pieces of canvas. These were just bland yellow, orange, green. This one was an 8 by 10 canvas that I cut off that just didn't have anything really special about it. This was another blue background that it just looked like a big wormhole or something. I don't know. There was just nothing great about it. But I thought there were interesting parts of it. So I'm going to try to compose a piece of artwork from other pieces of my, what I called failed artwork. I also have little pieces that I've done on cardboard that were just like experiment, like this was unicorn spit, and I actually pulled it off of a piece of photo paper. It peeled off, and this beautiful watercolory effect that feels like suede was still part of the photo paper. You can still see on the back of the photo paper. This was literally the paint that came off when I peeled it, and this was so beautiful. It's metallic, and it's just perfection. This is probably going to go into another piece of art somehow. So I have, some cool pieces, and I thought I'm just going to compose some kind of artwork here. And I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly. Like some's varnished, some is not. That doesn't matter. I'm going to brush on glue on the back of it and glue it onto the canvas. And I may or may not have any of that black showing. It's just a destroyed canvas that I can't really do a regular painting on because it has a hole in it. So I thought I would use it for my background structure. And then, I thought this would make great leaves because of the green colors. And then I cut apart one of my sink strainer pours, and I made these cool little, they're like little shapes that are, these were those colors. And then these had the orange, reds, pinks, and purples. And then I had a group that were blues, and so they're cut into like little arrow slivers, and I'm not sure how I'm going to use them, but I'm going to use them somehow. I just don't know yet. Alright, so I just finished day one of an art challenge with my mentor. It's a quarantine 30-day challenge, and there's 7 days of art challenges. This one is Beauty from Ashes, so it's taking things that would have been thrown out and made into beauty. So these are all pieces of canvases that I considered not sellable, and some had holes that were torn in it from moving, and so I cut the pieces apart and assembled this canvas that's 18 by 24, Beauty from Ashes. The oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be filled with trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. Isaiah 61:3. So that's that, and I'll show a picture at the end. So it's really cool. It's very dimensional. I may even resin it just for fun to seal it all in, because it's all glued and I'm not sure how well it will hold. So thank you.